Hello, good day. This is a continuation of a topic in our brief introduction of psychology. So let's go now to a very interesting topic, which is pseudo psychology. All right. So, have you ever wondered if the information that you are having is actually real or hoax? Okay, so diba, sometimes information can sometimes be deceiving. Alright? We are not really sure if the information that is being fed on us would be something that is real or authentic. Okay? And let's see. Oops.
And have it levitate? The answer is yes. All you need to do is focus your attention on the core. And what you will find is that it continues to levitate. It's absolutely incredible. And just goes to show the power of the human mind. People often ask me, is it possible to take an object like a cork, concentrate on it, and have it levitate? The answer is yes. All you need to do is keep on focusing your attention on the cork, and it will continue to levitate. It's absolutely incredible and just goes to show the power of the human mind.
Okay, so have you seen the power of cork? So, yun, sabi ko nga kanina, information can sometimes be deceiving. Right? Or have you seen this fake news? Nowadays, it is really hard to determine which news is fake and which one is authentic, 'di ba? And nakikita naman natin on social media that fake news are being fake news are circulating anywhere, be it on your Facebook news feed, Twitter, 'di ba? Even on Instagram, nakikita natin na napakadaming fake news, especially yung mga memes na ine-edit lang. Be very very careful on that, and please stop spreading fake news, especially kapag hindi naman siya yung tipong kapag ano siya yung the public needs information on this or on this kind of a topic, then we keep on sharing fake news. So, sana hindi naman tayo yung ganito. Itong mga ganito, itong nasa unahan, kung gusto mo magkapera bukas, ngayon pa lang, share mo ito. Okay lang, sige lang, share lang tayo ng share ng ganyan. But, please, sana hindi na yung mga fake news. Okay? Have you ever tried digital apps to analyze your personality just by accessing your profile photos or your informations? Ito usong-uso to, diba? We have OMG, ano pa, I don't know anything about these digital apps because I haven't tried them. OMG lang, parang yun lang yung na-try ko. I hope may mga na-try kayong iba, but the thing is, we do have these applications. Is there a scientific study that support that the result is actually accurate? So, diba, tingin naman natin, hindi naman. Minsan natutuwa lang tayo on the results or the generated results, but the thing is, they are not really accurate. Okay? Ginagawa lang natin, ini-embrace natin kapag gusto natin, and kapag ayaw natin, medyo try again, diba? We keep on trying again, and arrive to something that we would love. Although it is fun to try, right? I just hope you do not have you do not have something based on your reality and decision making in life over them, no? Sana naman hindi tayo nagde-decide base lang sa ganito na ito yung na-generate. I should have a relationship or with someone in 2026, or should I get married in 2021, anything, diba? Sana hindi tayo nagde-decide based on these ones. So that is what we mean by pseudo-psychology. Okay, so based on alam niyo yun, mga predictions, etc. Later on, we will discuss further on this. Okay, so critical thinking, mind you, critical thinking is making reasoned judgments. Okay, so this is a skill. This is a skill na dapat meron tayong lahat. We should be critical on something. We should not base something on alam niyo yun, on yung on not reliable sources or not credible resources. Sana hindi tayo ganon. Diba? Or on hoax. Includes the ability to ask and seek answers for questions at the right time. Diba? We keep on seeking answers. We keep on posing questions and everything. Diba? That is a good indicator that we are critical thinkers. And we have different principles of critical thinking. First, be skeptical. Meaning skeptical, dapat curious tayo on things. We should not settle for less. We should not accept things as they are. We should not be passive on this. We should be skeptical in such a way that we dig further knowledge involving something. Diba? We insist on evidence. We do not settle for, kasi sabi nito, or kasi sabi narinig ko, etc., etc. We need evidence. In this critical world or in this 21st century, in these modern times, hindi tayo yung tipong tanggap lang ng tanggap. We are not being passive on things, diba? And yun nga, dapat critical thinkers tayo. Examine definitions of terms. We should be able to grasp every terms, to understand the terms. We should be familiar with the terms, Yan, examine the assumptions or premises or arguments. Be cautious in drawing conclusions from evidence is very important to. Now, we draw conclusions based on evidence and not by opinions. Okay, consider alternative interpretations of research as well. Do not oversimplify, 'di ba? Parang meaning hindi tayo yung dapat na this is the simplest way. Okay? Hindi ganoon. Dapat it is backed up with explanations. It is backed up with evidences. And do not overgeneralize then. Meaning to say, hindi porket ganito yung isang bagay, ganito na lahat. No? Kaya nga tayo nag-a-apply ng scientific method is for us to generate scientific evidences. Okay? Apply critical thinking to all areas of life. A very important skill to have and to enhance is our critical thinking. Dapat lagi tayo may ganyan. Dapat ginagamit natin yung utak natin in the simplest terms. It's always handy to make reasoned judgments and more importantly to ask and seek answers for questions at the right time. Alright? Next. Okay, yan. Ano lang naman, quotation from Martin Luther King Jr. Education must enable one to sift and weigh evidence, to discern the true from the false, the real from the unreal, and the facts from the fiction. The function of education, therefore, is to teach one to think intensively and to think critically. Okay? Don't just believe everything that you hear, even from me, even from your friends, from your peers. Analyze, research, discern facts, reality, valid data. Okay, that is why we are inclined to sciences, to scientific evidences, to social sciences. Okay? Next. Pseudo-psychology. Pseudo-psychology, as mentioned, it is a systems of explaining human behavior that are not based on consistent with scientific evidences. Okay, so the psychology, ito yung knowledge. That means the knowledge that is produced must come from scientific theories and research. So, meaning lang ng pseudo-psychology, ito yung mga hindi galing. Okay, so hindi galing sa mga scientific evidences and research. Okay, but still, field siya ng we would emphasize that psychology is a field of science. And itong pseudo-psychology, hindi siya field ng sciences kasi they are not based from research and scientific evidences. Let's give an example for you to further understand. Okay, what about horoscopes? Do you believe in horoscopes or what are your horoscopes? Ano sabi daw sa araw na ito? Okay, descriptions are too general that one or more could actually match every person, no? As you could see. Well, to ask you, would you let those general idea rule your life? Or do you base your lives from horoscopes? Kung ano masabing yun? Or di ba meron yung lucky number, lucky color, or kung sino yung best na suitable for your personality, etc. Diba? So, iba't iba yan. And, next is phrenology. People, including some reputable scientists of the Victorian era, used to believe that bumps on the skull were indicators of various personality traits. Diba, minsan yung mga bukol-bukol natin somewhere, meron siyang, kumbaga, ibig sabihin daw. Even yung taling nga, diba? Halimbawa, may taling ka sa kamay. Anong ibig sabihin daw noon sa Philippine psychology or sa Philippine setting or culture? Gastadora ka daw. I think pag kanan, or well, hindi ko alam ha, correct me if I'm wrong, pag kanan, gastadora, pag nasa kaliwa daw yung taling, may dadating na pera, parang ganun, or baliktad ba ako, but still, the thought is there, no? Tapos pag daw meron kang taling sa may noo, or sa may dito sa sentido, matalino ka daw. Pag malapit sa may lips, madaldal, etc. etc. 'Di ba? So that is something na pseudo-psychology. Hindi siya nagre-reveal ng personality ng isang tao. A mole or bumps sa skull or different parts of the body would not reveal the personality of a person. Alright? And ito pa, another one, or example is palmistry. Reading palms, basically. There is overwhelming evidence that the lines of the palm have absolutely no relationship to personality and cannot predict future. So, hindi totoo yung mga manghuhula sa Quiapo or kung saan man, 'di ba? Na pag tiningnan yung palad mo, huhulaan kita, girl. Makakapangasawa ka ng mayaman. Makakapangasawa ka ng ganito or whatsoever. Okay? Hindi yung totoo. So, that is pseudo-psychology din. O, di ba yung iba nga sasabihin, hindi ka naaabot ng 40, hindi ka naaabot ng 50. Na minsan tayo, di ba? Nagkakaroon tayo ng worries na dapat naman ay hindi. We cannot predict the future. Or ano ba? What do you think about the thought that our future is written at the palm of our hands? Or the bumps on our skull? Sabi nila, it is a determinant of our personality. Diba? But kung meron man, mahilig tayo sa ganito tayo mga Filipino, mahilig tayo sa ganun. Parang binibase natin sa physic or sa makeup, physical makeup na isang tao, yung personality niya. Okay? Next is another pseudopsychology, graphology. Analysis of personality through handwriting. So, some of you would be guilty on this, na kapag pangit daw yung sulat, alam niyo yun, magulo yung buhay, or messy sa katawan, messy sa paligid, messy sa gamit. And kapag medyo pataas daw yung sulat, na walang lines yung paper, for example, a plain coupon band, pag pataas daw yung sulat mo, gaganda daw yung future mo. Pag pababa daw, then the other way around, medyo hindi maganda daw yung future mo. So, ayan, ganyan. Even respectable companies using handwriting analysis to select prospective employees, yet graphologists score close to 0 on tests of accuracy in personality measurement. So, ito, ginagamit din nga ng mga employers na kapag dapat maganda yung sulat ng isang tao. Kasi daw parang it reveals organizing skills, or how neat or organized ang isang tao, etc. Another would be physiognomy, the assessment of a person's character or personality from his or her outer appearance, especially the face. So some of us would be very, very guilty of this. For example, malaki yung mata, may ibig sabihin yun. Pag pango yung ilong, may ibig sabihin din. Makapal yung labi, may ibig sabihin din. So, you see, you know what I mean? Pag malapad daw yung noo, ito very classic example. Pag malapad daw yung noo, matalino. 'Di ba? Which is not. Hindi naman, minsan may mga malapad yung noo, pero hindi naman, 'di ba? Alam natin yan. But you know, hindi nagre-reveal ng characteristic or ng personality ng isang tao yung features or yung facial features niya. Yeah, what do you think about this? What about back tayo, graphology and physiognomy, or that our handwriting is an accurate personality test and our face is a good indicator of our personality? Do the shape of our head would determine our character? I think human personality are more complex than that, diba? And it really is. Okay, so psychics. Okay, so psychics, in my estimation, are merely scam artists. Diba? So this is reality. Halimbawa, ay psychic ko to. When we say psychic, diba, yung parang nakikita natin na someone na laging katabi ng isang tao, someone who, alam niyo yun, nabo-vibe na ganito yung mangyayari, it should be this way, it should be that way. So you mean what psychic is? It is, I know, something na familiar sa ating lahat. Okay?
Easy it is to tell people their futures and to make people think that you're a psychic.
And we're going to try today a demonstration to show you guys how you can make people buy into something that they want to believe. I'm going to be debunking psychics by illustrating how a psychic works.
They're just telling you generalities and using different types of reading techniques that are psychological to make you believe that they have and possess an ability that you don't. What we have here is a bunch of papers, and I'm cutting out the horoscopes for you. You just pick out what you want. I've got a few more.
Now, it doesn't even matter if the person we're doing it to is, a Capricorn or,
You're going to give them all the same reading.
Yeah, we're going to give them exactly the same. Every single person is going to get the exact same reading. Yet, if we're successful, each is going to feel like I'm communicating specifically to them and about their life, about their past, present, and where they're going in the future. I'm going to open up a little psychic stand here at the Luxor. I'm going to charge $5 to do readings. Our psychic store is open to the public, so we got people of every astrological sign.
Hi.
How are you? Thank you very much. Come on in, have a seat. I see you have $5. $5.
There you go.
Thank you very much. Well, it all lies in the tarot. This deck of cards unlocks the mysteries of life. I'm going to ask you to mix them up, shuffle them any way you'd like. It really doesn't matter where they cut the deck or what their sign is. I'm going to give them all the exact same reading. I'll be able to do that because when I have them close their eyes, I'll place my prearranged cards on top of their cut. I want you to close your eyes and keep your eyes closed. Take a deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. Keep your eyes closed until I ask you to open them. Keep your eyes closed until I ask you to open them. Please open your eyes. Very good. We have here the first card, the Ace of Cups. When I look at the Ace of Cups, I get a sense that you're a happy person, and that reflects in your life and in your relationships. You do have a need, though, for others to like you, and you will actually go out of your way to help others. Would you say that that's a pretty accurate depiction of yourself? As we continue on, we see the moon. This card reveals to me that outside you have a confidence about you, but on the inside you're incredibly sensitive. This is a side of you that you don't let many people see. Only those close to you, maybe a family member.
That's right.
Shall we continue?
Yeah.
There's been some changes in your life. Money could have played a role, but your hard work and your efforts will pay off next year. You have some trust issues because of bad relationships, because of people that you thought you could trust, but when it came down to it, you couldn't.
What? How did you know that?
You trusted a boyfriend who affected you in a very negative way, but you have to let go. You need to release that negativity and be positive. And if you do, you will experience life in a much healthier, happier, and more enlightening way.
Absolutely.
If you don't, I see you being alone.
Wow, that's crazy. Wow.
Thank you.
Thank you. He was completely right on everything that he said. I cannot believe the things that he knew. He had me nailed right down.
All I can say, he blew my mind. That's all I can say.
Now comes the most difficult part for me. I have to break the news. You've been scammed. I just gave 5 random people psychic readings that they completely believed. The thing is, the readings were totally identical.
He was accurate. From 1 to 10, I give him a 10.
Probably one other person in my life that knows me as well as Chris Angel does, but Chris Angel only knew me for a very short period of time.
Now, I gotta break the news to everybody, which is the most difficult part, that it's a scam. Okay, we have everybody here, and I think as a whole, you would all agree that it was pretty profound and really was very personal to each and every one of you, correct?
Absolutely.
When I asked you to sit down and breathe, I asked you to close your eyes. What you didn't know is I had another packet of cards that I had sitting back here that when your eyes were closed, I placed on top of the pack. Because, let the truth be told, I actually never even handled a tarot deck before. This is my first time. And I actually had somebody cut from a horoscope different readings that we just had pasted on each card that I just literally read off to you. Each one of you had exactly the same reading. Even if I'm not necessarily always 100% on, you in your mind process that information in a way that connects it and makes it something that relates to your life. And I want to protect the vulnerable. Like Houdini, I want to expose charlatans.
He's right. You do put the connections together because you want to believe that it's true, even though it may not be true at all. But people still do it every day.
You can make anybody believe what you want them to believe. People want to believe.
Alright. Why do people believe pseudo psychology? People like excitement. People are prone to wishful thinking. People are naive and trusting, and people remember hits, ignore misses. Still, so many of us believe in pseudopsychology. Hindi natin naman maitatanggi yun. Common reasons that despite science would tell us otherwise, what to believe is that people like the excitement. Yes. We wanted to know ahead what will be our future. We wanted to be able to easily analyze other people. These are more exciting than spending more time reading or knowing the person. People are also prone to wishful thinking. Good things are better to dream about rather than face reality. Most people are naive and very trusting, while there were always those who would always take advantage of them. People usually remember the fun, the good times, the jackpot, the winnings, rather than the times that they were proven wrong. Okay, so that's it for this module, or for this continuation of the module. Let's practice as much as of our critical thinking. So if you have questions, inquiries, just feel free to message me via course message. Okay, so that's it. Thank you so much for your time.